Does Robbie want to host this video?
Oh no, she's not going to stop talking the
It's
whole
okay.
time.
Hello, everyone. I am back here with my sister Lonnie and my niece Robbie, and right now what we're going to do is talk Too Hot to Handle, but specifically Too Hot to Handle spoilers. So
Yes.
if you haven't watched the show, goodbye. Go watch all 8 episodes and then come back for this conversation. Lonnie, let's get into it. First off, what was your very first impression of the show, just having watched the first few episodes?
Loved it. I mean, this for me was like totally up my alley of reality TV, and I wanted a good, fun show to watch, like something lighthearted. So it just fit.
How did you think it was going to compare to, like, let's say Love is Blind, but only being a few episodes in?
So just because it was like, Robbie, just because it was like Netflix, like, it doesn't seem similar to Love is Blind at all to me. The show that it seems most similar to sometimes is our MTV's Are You the One? But yes, they can touch and everything like that, but it's more focused on, like, finding a relationship in a way, that show, and that's why my child's the exorcist. That's why, I didn't compare it to Love is Blind. To me, it compared more to MTV's Are You the One?
Okay.
For some reason.
But you were pretty hooked right from the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched, me and my husband finished it in 3 days.
Admittedly, I was a little skeptical, probably until the end of episode 2, and then that's when I started to get hooked to the point that I needed to know what happened next in this game and to these people, because I started to get a little invested in them, even though, like, to be frank, within the first episode, they kind of sucked.
Well, they're all, like, very shallow. They were shallow in the beginning, but I feel like that was, like, the point.
And egotistical.
But they were so shallow in the beginning, and then as that show went on, I believe that they changed.
Yeah, I really believe some of them changed, and then there were other ones that I don't even know really needed to, or maybe I just didn't see the change on camera enough because it seems like the show, and rightfully so, focused on the folks who coupled off more so. Who wound up being your favorite by the end?
Okay, my favorite guy,
Oh, no.
honestly, I loved Harry.
I knew you would.
He was really funny, but I also, like, really liked David. Like, I thought he was, like, genuine. So Harry and David were my favorite guys. My favorite girls, I really like Chloe. Like, I just thought she was funny, and I thought she was, like, authentic. And I liked Nicole.
Yeah. Nicole, I feel like, was a good presence to have on the show because she felt like, I don't know, she felt like an anchor, like it grounded the show in a degree of realism.
She wasn't wild.
No.
Like, there was no, like,
Or
what?
at least not that we saw. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what was really going on? You know how many hours worth of footage they probably accumulated over the course of shooting that show?
I liked Rhonda.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the only girls I was happy with Haley.
Wait.
Miserable.
Oh, I thought you just said for a second you were happy with Haley. You were unhappy with her.
Happy. Yeah, she was miserable.
She was the
whole time.
She was the worst.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm hesitant to go that far in reviewing the show. It's like, this is a review of the show, not necessarily their personalities, but, like, why would you sign up for something like that and not play along at all?
No. She was just miserable from the start. And I didn't really like Francesca that much. I thought she was definitely beautiful, but I just felt like she was acting the whole time.
They definitely made it a challenge to get behind both Harry and Francesca, and I would definitely like to believe that they both ended up in a better place, but what almost did Harry in for me was the lie at the beginning. Because as an audience member, we knew what the truth was. He freaking lied to the whole group, and look at all the drama he started.
I found that very relatable. Like, how many times have you, like, by accidentally blurted out something that was, like, untrue, and then you're like, shit, I just said it, how am I gonna backtrack? Like,
honestly, not like that. I think the worst lie I've ever told is still when I blamed breaking the bug in the glass on you when we were kids in Florida.
Started to believe it.
I was 13.
But then you start to believe it. Like when
No, I never believed it. I knew I was lying.
Then I started to believe that maybe I broke it.
That's very fair. But I was very pissed that he wasn't owning up to it, and I was a little annoyed that we never saw him ever own up to it too, because it was a little hard to move on from that. But I think that's where the group, building exercises and self-building exercises really came in handy, because that's when I found that I was really like getting to know everybody and start to care about them and their transformation, in addition to just like the craziness of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, Robbie, exactly.
I think so too. I like the building exercises too. Like I thought that they were corny in the beginning, but then I thought they really got into it.
Yeah, and some of them had like real purpose, to the point that I feel like maybe everyone would benefit from giving something like that a shot.
Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and then I proceeded to stalk all of them on Instagram to see if like who was with who. That took up another hour of my life.
Yeah. I cannot wait to show you that interview that I did with Harry. There's an embargo on it, so I can't tell anybody anything right now, but it's very much a where are they now type of thing, and he was, I will admit, he was a lot of fun to talk to.
No, I'm sure he was.
But I wanted to know also about what were they calling them? Sharonda?
If they're still together.
Yeah. Place your bets, Lon, between those two couples who's still together, because I might know the answer.
There is no way Harry and Francesca are still together.
Okay.
No.
Well, you'll find out when that interview goes up. What did you think of the show format overall? Just with Lana being the the puppeteer in a way, and also with the voiceover coming in and out.
I thought the voiceover was so funny. Like, I thought it was comical. Like, I thought she made, like, a lot of good one-liners. And I like the Lana thing. Like, sometimes I think in these dating shows, hosts are just, like, stupid. Like, in a lot of the MTV ones that I watch, the Are You the One, also X on the Beach, is, like, Little Romeo. And it's the dumbest thing. Like, they come on for, like, 20 minutes. Same thing with Love is Blind. Like, there wasn't necessarily, they didn't need to have a host. Like, save money and
you definitely didn't need the Lachey's.
So, like, save money and use what they use, like artificial intelligence or whatever it was. What was it called?
It was Lana, and Lana was, she's like another Siri.
Yeah. So that's what, like, use that. I think host.
You see, but even though you didn't see the host on camera, it was still that voiceover, because it was the voiceover and also Lana. And I do wonder, and this would be a better question for the folks who put together the show, I wonder if the decision to have that narrator came after the fact, because it almost felt like this whole process and the structure of the show was them winging it a little and like seeing what happened along the way and then just throwing in curveballs. So it felt like that narrator, in addition to being, a source of comedy, was also there to kind of force it all together. And in that sense, I thought it actually worked. If you had to make a list of all of the, I guess, like, let's call them the, like, biggest what the fuck moments,
okay,
what would be on it? Because I think we would both have the lie on the list, right?
Yeah, the lie was just like, what? So, okay, that, I thought, like, the two new people that came in,
three. Madison, Lydia, and Corey.
Too late. They came in too late. Like, they should have had them come in earlier or made the show 20 episodes and had them come in 10 episodes in. Like, it was like no wonder that some of them didn't learn anything. You didn't get a chance to get to know them. I felt like it was kind of dumb.
I kind of believed Lydia did, though.
No, I believe that Lydia did too. But to me, it was like they came in too late, like, for me to get to know them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I didn't like that part. What the fuck for me was Bryce and Chloe. Like, she just wanted to kiss everyone. Like, he was unbearable in the beginning. Like, unbearable. As a human. But them hooking up was like, what? I just, I don't know. I didn't believe it. And Haley and Francesca kissing. I was like...
Yeah. So, I think I would go Harry's lie, basically anything Haley did to screw everyone over because she sucked. And then the other thing that got me really crazy is when Corey flat out went after Francesca with that date. Because he is another big liar. He's having his little bro moment with Harry, and then all of a sudden he gets the opportunity to either choose one path or the other, and he chooses the wrong one.
But that to me is also the point of why did they bring in people so late? Like, when me and Matt were watching the show and I saw that it was 8 episodes left and, like, new people were coming on whatever episode it was like, they're not going to be on the same page.
Well, curveballs. And it's also, I don't even think the point was necessarily for the new ones to be on the same page as the original 10. I think it was more just to test the original 10 and to see them grow more. I think it was more for them than it was for the new folks.
I have one thing, though, that I think would make the show better.
Let's hear it.
I've been thinking about it. I think they need to, like, because in the beginning, they're lucky that in the last episode they let them get so much money back, right?
Yeah.
Because then they would have walked away with, like, nothing. They let them back, like, $30,000 more dollars, whatever. I think they need to add more incentive and need to make the pot of cash bigger, because it just felt like they didn't care at all about money, period. And on those shows, like, when you watch a show, like, Are You the One? Like, they win $1 million, and it's, like, 11 of them. Like, that's just more...
I guess so. I don't know what their budget options are for shows like this, but, you know, with a season 2, we also run into the issue of, now that people know the process of the show, you kind of got to spice it up and throw in even more curveballs so they don't know how to manipulate the system.
What's the problem if they know the process of the show?
The problem might be now that after they establish that Harry and Francesca could then win money back that they lost, what if during the beginning episodes of the show people are like, screw it, I'm going to sleep around and just get the money back in the end?
But I'm saying, what's the problem of them knowing when they audition for the show that it's a show where you can't have physical contact?
Well, the other thing, which is what I found very interesting, because I did that non-spoiler interview with Nicole, and I was very curious to know how much she really did know about the premise, and that element of surprise really shapes that probably the first 2 episodes, because, you know, that's like their everyday, they're 24/7 thinking about sex and like wanting to sleep around, and when you take something that is someone's norm out of their life, and especially when, can you imagine that feeling of being shipped off to a different place with complete strangers for an entire month and you're scared already, and then all of a sudden you have this other thing to rattle your existence even further. I feel like that element of surprise does help.
No, that's a fair point.
Wow, can I cut that out and play it every single time you get mad at me about something?
Fair point.
I feel like I had one other thing.
Offer more money.
All
I
right.
thought they were just like throwing it around like it didn't matter, and it was. I don't know what you're talking about, right?
Hi, Robbie. I see you peeking.
Yeah, we can dip it.
Okay. Aw.
This is my quarantine buddy. So then one of Matt's comments about it, because he liked it in the beginning, but then he kind of got like a little bored of it.
Right.
He felt like they weren't crazy enough. Like they were, he felt like they were like too normal, that he was waiting for like someone like Francesca to just randomly hook up with Corey or like something like that to actually happen. He wanted to be That was my favorite surprise moment, when she actually chose not to. That, and the other moment where she goes into the private suite with Harry and they're tested with whether or not they can keep themselves apart from each other and win back the money. Did you for a second think that they were really going to pull it off? No, I thought that they did hook up.
So did I. I was certain that they did.
Dying when he was swimming in the bathtub, and I was watching him like, I've never tried that before.
You have to watch the interview, because I brought that up, and you could probably guess this. I brought it up because it stressed me out that he was getting water everywhere. But overall, I was very into it. I'm surprised that Matt thought that they weren't kind of, you know, extreme enough, because they did come across as very extreme to me.
He got, I think, halfway through, got, bored. You know what I mean? Felt like it was just kind of like...
Well, it's also a matter of taste.
out of all the dating shows that I watch, the best dating show I still think out there is Temptation Island.
I know you love that.
I still watch it because they brought it back. Like, not now because it's not going on, but, like, it's so well done, and I just love it.
Well, maybe I should be open to it because I'm definitely newer to the dating show territory, and thus far I think that Netflix is kind of crushing it. And so it's like a lot of people online are getting pissed at me that I gave a show like Too Hot to Handle a good review, but I think it's just, again, I think it's a matter of taste, and it's just a completely different style of show, target audience, a different set of goals it's trying to achieve. And when I assess the kinds of goals that a show like this wants to achieve, I think this one ticked all the boxes, right, Robbie? Yeah.
Right, Birdie?
If Robbie agrees, it's a good show.
And I think you should watch one season of MTV's Are You the One?
All right.
Watch the beginning season.
I'll give it a go if you insist. All right. Lonnie, thank you for joining me for this spoiler review. I know I can always count on you for doing reality show reviews. Maybe that'll...
took me to watch the show on, like, Saturday. Finished it by Tuesday.
I feel like we should just carve out this little sector of the industry, and whenever there's a big dating reality show, I'll make sure to loop you into the channel. Good plan?
That's how they...
Right?
She wants to say bye.
Okay. Robbie, say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for watching. Like and share. Robbie, bye-bye.
Easy, baby. Easy, poopsie.
I love
We love you.
Love you too, Lon.